Did the sun sing a song as it colored the sky? Oh, sing, sing, sing. Sing, sing, sing.
Did the waves make a song as they crashed to the shore? Or was it the whales or the lion's first roar? Did the first flowers hum as they burst into bloom? Or was the first song when the thunder went boom? Sing, sing, sing. Sing, sing, sing. Sing, sing, sing. Sing, sing, sing.
Maybe elephants running loud over the ground. Or maybe the birds made the first singing sound. All these guesses we made are quite good, but they're wrong. It was God, Creator, who sang the first song.
When we began, God decided to sing, and God sang a song for everything. God's song says you're good, you are wonderfully made, and you'll never stop being loved all of your days. So sing, 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 sing.
Now we all know who sang the first song. God the Creator knew all along that every heart and everything was born with the song and began to
Sing, 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 sing.
When we began, God decided to sing, and God sang a song for everything. When we began, God decided to sing, and God sang a song for everything.
Multitasking. Okay. Well, we are really excited this morning to have Holly. And Holly, how do you properly? Tuyls. Okay, Holly Tuyls to talk to us for the first time. So we're super excited. Thank you to Sarah for recommending Holly to talk to us. And Holly is a holistic money coach with Queen of Coins Holistic Money Coaching LLC. She is a certified yoga and meditation instructor and a care and opportunity to heal our planet and ourselves. She serves clients one-on-one and offers local classes and group coaching centered around personal finance, yoga, and sometimes a combination of both. So welcome, Holly.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. As my introduction states, a lot of my training and work has to do with layers, taking things apart into different layers. So I'm currently working toward my holistic coaching certification, and holistic coaching asserts that you are a whole and complete individual in all of your parts, in all of your multidimensionality, and you are also part of a greater whole. So in my relationship with my clients, that is the underlying premise of my work. When I work with people specifically around holistic money coaching, that's when we're considering the fact that money is more than just the physical dollars and cents. It's more than the numbers in your account. It's more than what you have or what you perceive that you don't have. It's really about the relationship you have with your thoughts, your mental space. It has a lot to do with your emotions. I was just reading something about the real estate market right now, and the real estate professional was saying people are buying houses right now based on emotion. It has nothing to do with numbers or math, right? So just one way that emotion affects money, money is energy. We are energetic beings. So of course, our energy affects our ability to draw in the energy of money and affects how we exchange money. And everything is infused with spirit, in my view. So when I'm working with clients too, I'm inviting them to express their spirituality through their money. Often that is through tithing, which I see as a part of your congregation as well. So I'm not going to get too much into that today. Another part of my training is being a yoga instructor. So I come from the Ashtanga yoga tradition. And in the Ashtanga yoga tradition, we are made up of koshas, or koshas are like sheaths that kind of enwrap our soul. So in the Ashtanga yoga tradition, we have our bodies, our physicality, then we have our breath body, or our life force body. We have our intellectual and emotional body. And then we have an intuitive wisdom body encapsulated by the bliss body. So all of my passions, all of my work has to do with the examination of the layers. And of course, we pull the layers apart because we want to study them, we want to acknowledge them, we want to see that each part is playing a crucial role, but ultimately we're taking them apart because we want to see them as one, right? So we don't want to get caught up in the layers. We acknowledge them, they empower us, but ultimately, I'm just this one being up here with all of my layers and all these different parts to my work, just like the rest of you. So I just really wanted to lay that as the foundation for which I'm about to speak. I'm going to invite you to come in to your bodies now and just feel the chair holding you. Feel the floor holding you. Feel the weight of your body pressing against the chair, held by the floor, solidly supported by the planet, by the floor, by the chair. Soften your jaw, soften your eyes. You can keep them open, just soften them. Begin to become aware of your breath. Your body is holding you here, and your breath is holding you now. The more present we can be in our bodies, the more space we create for spirit to inhabit us, right? We're up in our minds, staying out of our bodies. It's harder for us. We're always spirit. Spirit is always filling us, right? But it's just harder for us to access the voice of spirit, which you all know is very quiet, when we're up here in our busy minds. So I'm inviting you into your body. I'm here speaking of generosity of spirit, and I just want to remind you that the more you can stay present in your body, the more you can stay with your body, the more filled with spirit you will be, and the more easy this generosity of spirit is going to flow through you, right? Maybe adding some intention, but even without the intention, just being fully embodied, allowing spirit to infuse your entire being is just going to create a natural outpouring of generosity. Spirit is infinitely abundant, right? So us inhabiting our bodies is what allows us to more fully inhabit our spirit. So here's your first idea or inspiration or technique for becoming more spiritually generous. Practice being more present within your body, knowing that spirit is your body, right? The layers are there, but it's all the same. Our spirit is free and unbound, and that's what our generosity will be as well when we are acting from that place. Another great opportunity to step into more generosity of spirit is to cultivate a gratitude practice. I imagine many of you already have one already, but just inviting more gratitude. And I'm just gonna be quiet for just a few moments and allow you to call to mind what you're feeling grateful for in this moment. I'm really grateful to be here with you all. So grateful it's warm in here too. So generosity naturally flows from abundance. We cultivate more abundance through gratitude, right? The abundance is already here. The gratitude practice is a way of reprogramming ourselves to see it, right? I think there is a lot of programming pointing us to what's wrong, to what's missing, to what we don't have. Ultimately, we live in an ever-expanding universe on a planet with more than enough resources for every single human being to have all that they need and more, right? Abundance is real. Scarcity is manufactured, right? Somebody created scarcity. Abundance is our truth. We can tap into this truth by training ourselves in gratitude, continuously shifting. What am I grateful for? What lesson is this teaching me? I'm grateful for the lesson. I'm grateful for the water. I'm grateful that gravity is holding us here. How chaotic would it be if it wasn't? Right? Yeah, the trees have created this oxygen that we're breathing. We don't have to remember to breathe. Our diaphragm's doing it for us. We don't have to ask the trees to create the oxygen. It's just freely given. All we need to do is exhale. And again, we don't even have to remember to do it. Our body will do it for us. So yes, gratitude as a means of cultivating generosity of spirit. As we circulate money, I'm going to step into my role as a money coach now. Money circulates throughout all of society, whether you're using dollar bills or electronic transfers, right? Whether we're actually touching it or we're touching our keyboard as we're futzing or actually walking into a branch. Money goes into my account and then leaves, and it circulates over the entire planet. It's like the circulatory system of the planet, one of them anyway. Can you begin to infuse the money you have access to with spirit? How can you do that? Can you make your wallet a tiny little money temple? Can you hold every coin and bless it before you pass it on to the next person? Can you say thank you as you open your water bill and write out the check and be so grateful for those daily baths? Okay, sometimes twice daily. Right? How can we infuse, how can we see how powerful we are that we can take our love, our generosity, our nurturing, our caring, and we can put that into whatever form of money we're using and trust that it's going to the person who needs it. Even if it's ending up in the hands, I believe we are powerful enough for something we have blessed to end up in the hands of someone that that we would perceive maybe as being greedy. You know, somebody that just has wounding. They healed yet. But nonetheless, maybe we perceive them as greedy. Could we change that person through sending our blessed up money to them? I don't know, but I think we should try. Can we? Yes. So just blessing all the money you have access to, knowing that you're sending it out all over into the world. And as long as we're going to be doing that, we can spiritually uplift it, right? It's really up to us. Money does have, for a long time, a lot of what I had studied was maintaining that money was neutral and that we decide what money means. I recently was introduced to an idea, though, that we can't deny the shadow side of money. Money has been used to oppress. Money has been created through slavery. Money does have control attached to it. So I almost feel like it's more powerful to acknowledge that darkness so that we can work to uplift it. We can choose money as a tool for healing. We can use money as a tool for healing. So I didn't want to spend too much time on money because I'm talking about generosity of spirit, but I do think that there's some powerful practices in there for us when we're thinking about being generous spirits. Connected to this is the idea of energetic tithing. So I'd already mentioned the actual tithing and speaking with clients about how they can work spirituality into their money. I invite them to tithe, whether that's with their spiritual home or a nonprofit, local nonprofit. What about the idea of energetic tithing, though? How often are you praying on behalf of others? I want to invite you to spend a percentage of the time that you spend in prayer, sending your prayers on behalf of other people. In the same way, we can envision others around us fulfilling their goals. We can hold the vision of the people around us becoming their fullest expression, or getting that job they really want, or finding that relationship they're looking for, right? So we can spend some time each day, in addition to holding our own vision, but deciding that we're going to energetically tithe to others. And I'll challenge you, of course, do it for your loved ones, the people you love the most, absolutely. I also challenge you to do it for someone who really triggers you, someone who really annoys you, right? I see my friends' businesses thriving, I see them thriving. There's just one person that just gets to me, I see her business thriving too, purposefully and intentionally. So just another option for demonstrating generosity of spirit is the act of energetic tithing. Remember also that your attention is an asset, just like your retirement funds, right? Your attention is an asset. Who are you sharing that with? Where are you investing? What are you upholding with your attention? Can you feel how powerful your attention is, right? And how it can feed, nourish, grow, strengthen, expand whatever it is that you're focusing on, right? This is where a mindfulness practice is really helpful, so we can really watch what we're paying attention to. And it doesn't necessarily mean to hide your head in the sand and ignore the, say, shadowy parts of the world. I think it's really important to be aware of that, but we can choose where we're investing our attention in terms of what we're creating here in the world. And sometimes when we're thinking of that as an asset, we become aware of someone, maybe a stranger, who is maybe feeling down, or you can just sense they're in need of something, and you're using your attention in a powerful way. You're noticing that, right? Excuse me, it's hard to notice the people around you if you're, say, looking down at a device, right? So we're like looking around, seeing the people around us, and then there's all kinds of opportunities to express a generosity of spirit when we're paying attention. So that's another powerful way of using our attention in this practice. Don't forget that your presence is also a present. And this is where the embodiment practice really helps a lot too. Just being present with others is an incredibly generous offering. And I think, I don't know if you feel this, you can go out in the world, you could see 20 people, 30 people, 40 people out in public. How many people look at you? How many people really see you? Take the time to connect. I personally observe a lot, and I just feel like that's becoming rare. It feels like people are in their own little worlds, right? So our very presence, our very beingness of just being open, paying attention, connected to the attention again, and just being fully present in our bodies in the moment is a gift to anyone near us, even if they're not interacting with us. We really hold space that way, create a sense of groundedness, right? We're putting off this energy that's more powerful than if we were distracted, or if we were in our minds, or if we're thinking about what we're going to do next week. We're right here. This is where all our power is. And again, our spiritual generosity can just like naturally outflow from this place of presence. Your beingness is another amazing thing to cultivate, to offer generosity of spirit. Think about how excited we're going to be when we see the first crocus or the first daffodil, right? What is the daffodil doing that is enriching our lives so deeply? It's just there, right? It's there in its beingness. And this is another way that you can be generous with those around you by cultivating your own beingness, right? Sometimes that's hidden underneath conditioning or wounding. There's so many great practitioners locally that can help us kind of clear the way for our beingness to radiate through and gift everyone around us, everyone we come into contact with. Finally, one last thing. I've saved the hardest for last, so maybe you want to practice all of this other stuff and build your spiritual generosity muscle for a week or two or longer, however much you need. And the last opportunity to exercise spiritual generosity I'll leave you with is forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? Is it yourself? Who can you offer forgiveness to? Can you see that forgiveness is a gift from your spirit that frees your spirit? So really, you're gifting it to yourself, but you're exercising spiritual generosity by offering forgiveness to whomever you need to forgive, whether they're asking for it or not, right? Generosity is just something that's pouring forth from our abundant hearts, loving, compassionate hearts, abundant spirits. To close, I'm going to ask that you once again feel the floor beneath you, feel the earth holding you. You're plugged into earth through your sitting bones, through your feet. The crown of your head is plugged into heaven. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Do you feel where heaven and earth meet? Right there in your body? At your heart. Find your breath again. Feel that you're plugged into earth. Feel that you're plugged into heaven. Feel that your heart is the intermediary between the two. With your next inhale, feel your heart expanding. The inhale naturally expands through the heart. As you exhale, just let that go. Let's take another inhale right into our hearts. This time when you exhale, send your heart energy out through your arms and into your palms. Another inhale, charging up your heart. Exhale, charge up your hands with that heart energy. One more time, inhaling, filling up your heart. Exhaling, sending your heart energy into your palms. Thank you. This right here, this is how we can change the world, right? So I hope that as you move into the day and into the week, you're going to take your hands that we just charged up and practice generosity. This is more physical, right? But I just gave you a bunch of ideas for practicing spiritual generosity as well. Thank you so much for having me.
That was a simply marvelous message. And so we're going to continue that with our guided musical meditation. So you can take all that heart energy and just plug right back in.
You would think that Holly had the script I'm about to use for our meditation. For those of you who've been here, you know that's what we say every week through Tom's generosity of spirit. And so now I invite you to begin to prepare yourself for reflective personal prayer and guided musical meditation, after which I ask that you remain in essential silence during the music. If you choose to, you may close your eyes. And feel the weight of your body again as it relaxes into your chair and you let go of today's anxieties. Feel your feet on the solid earth beneath as you let go of tomorrow's worries. Become aware in this moment of your breathing. As you breathe in life and breathe out love. Breathe in light and breathe out love. And as you become centered, focus your attention on your beautiful heart, your beautiful Christ self. And become filled with gratitude. And allow into yourself
that which fills you with peace and light. And so we begin. Now I invite you to gently return to this place.
I've said it before, at least for me, this hour is one of the best parts of my whole week. And it's always hard to, after meditation, go into something like our announcements, but that's what we're doing. So we kind of bring it from inward to outward with our announcements. As you know, I've mentioned this before, childcare is going to be available the 1st and 3rd of the month now. And we really do need folks to help us out downstairs if you're at all willing to help out with the kids. Priscilla would love to help you come up with some ideas. I've done it before. It really can be fun. And just another way that you can help out our community. And then we have a lovely brand new shiny sign-up sheet for chairpersons for April and May. So if you'd like to spring on over to the table, ladies and gentlemen, you can sign up. It's fun, it's easy, and we'll happily walk you through it. There's a little binder here, tells you what to do. It's another good way for you to be able to help out. All right. That's it for announcements. Oh, sorry, that's not it for announcements because it's not an announcement. It is a spiritual growth opportunity. As just about everybody knows, Reverend Phil is going to be giving his Zoom workshop this Saturday. Again, it's a Zoom, so you're going to be at home. So please invite friends and families to come with you, dogs, cats, whatever. Everybody can mine the real wealth within you. There's a sign-up sheet back there. There are handouts. There's a flyer if you're interested in further information. But for those of you who are going to be doing the workshop on Saturday, there are handouts for you to take home with you. Correct, Carrie? Yes, ma'am.
And there's no cost.
And how are people going to access the Zoom? Is that, I don't remember if we're putting that in the blast.
Correct. Well, I'm assuming we're going to put it in the blast because that's what we did last time. I haven't talked to Steve about that yet, but that's what we did last time, so that's what we'll do. So I'm going to send the blast out on Tuesday, and that should have the Zoom link on it for you to be able to access it.
So anybody who is visiting today and would like to, they could also do that as long as they are on our email list.
Correct. And we've got little pieces of paper over there, very adorable pieces of paper where you can fill out your information. I'll stick you on the mailing list, and that way you can get our email blast. The blast will also be on our Facebook page, too. If you don't want to give us your email, that's fine. We do have a Unity of Appleton Facebook page. It's public, and then that blast will get posted on there as well.
Just a quick note about Reverend Phil. We talked about having new people. Reverend Phil is our transitional minister, and he's helping us through the Zoom workshops and also doing the message on the Sunday, share his help with our transition to finding a new minister. And whether that comes from within or without, or whoever happens to come along to think about being a Unity minister, we got all the training you need. So that he will also do the Sunday message as well next Sunday. He's lived in Minnesota. He just comes in by Zoom and we share it here together. So that's that. And I'll shut up now.
Well, Jay said earlier, and he's right, there is no cost for this workshop. So if you are interested, it doesn't cost you a penny. Speaking of which, we can move on to our affirmation of prosperity. If you would please say that with me. Unity of Appleton is alive with the energy of spirit, in the flow of divine abundance, and radiant with unlimited possibilities. And then please say with me our celebration of giving and receiving. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I joyfully give and willingly receive. I give in love, and I trust God as my source.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here all abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars are all of creation. God is creator, all in all, and leading us to shine its light as you so use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the light.
And now, if you all would like to stand and say our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light of God, we are the love of God, we are the power of God, we are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is.
And now, as you know, we've got an optional discussion for people who want to chill. There we go. And John takes care of that.